Hey all, what is up all you CSGO people? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to more esports talk, a few short stories, all of which will be timestamped down below as per usual. I hope you guys all enjoyed your great weekend because for CSGO, it was an amazing weekend. In fact, there's not many things out there that beat CS in terms of news. For all of you guys who want more CS news, come back tomorrow. All this week, I should have stories for all of you because there are so many. The first of which, most importantly, congratulations to all of you CS players out there. Yes, we have now reached an all-time ever peak for CSGO concurrent player base, breaking and cracking 900,000 players just this past weekend. For the first time ever since CSGO's launch over 7 years ago, we are now reaching our peak form. And that just makes me super excited because, you know, as the player base does grow, so does the viewership, so does the competitive scene, and especially with 2020, we have talked about it and will time and time again, with all these established CSGO leagues coming into form, it only means better things for all of us, or at least so we do hope. And now all we need is a great anti-cheat to handle all those brand new players alongside that. So a huge congrats. It's crazy to see a game after its launch. I mean, of course, this is just CSGO. Initially, you go back all the way to original Counter-Strike. It's many years more, and we're still reaching our peak viewership and peak player base on top of that. This super exciting stuff. Even more so exciting, though, for all you Astralis fans out there, I am so sorry because for the first time this past weekend, you saw an upset that we have not seen, also stretching back quite a few years. Ever since 2016 is the last time Astralis went out last place in an event. And of course, this talking about the Blast Pro Spring Series. If you guys do not know, it's 3 groups, 4 teams per group. Of those 12 teams, by the way, 6 automatically progress to the Spring Finals, and the rest of which actually go to a showdown, which then lands the last 2 spots as well. And then 2 other teams can also qualify for those Blast Pro Spring Finals. I know I probably really butchered that explanation. Pretty much last weekend we talked about Group A. It was MIBR and NIP who went out in last, the grand finalists, and those who will go to the finals themselves. That will be FaZe and Liquid. They'll be joined now by NaVi and Compexity in the Group B of death, which we did call it because it was Vitality, Astralis, Compexity, and NaVi all competing for 2 spots. Keep in mind, though, there still will be the showdown, so Astralis does still have a chance to make the finals, which I presume they likely will. Should you be worried if you're an Astralis fan? No, I'll tell you why more on probably a future video, but they do go out dead last, not losing just once, but losing twice in 2 best-of-3s in the same weekend. I don't remember the last time I saw this, and again, the last time they went out dead last was over 3 years ago. It's pretty stellar to see, but also, gotta think back, early 2019, what did Astralis do? Very similar things. They didn't win much for, I think, actually a 6-month span throughout 2019. They then go on to win 2 more majors and a lot of other events. So would I be worried? No, but what huge props have to be due to a brand new NaVi lineup. They take out Guardian, they bring in Perfecto, they take down Astralis in a map 3 match point series, which was amazing to watch. We'll have more on Simple in a second here. And they also lose to Complexity. Stunning moves from Compexity as well. They're making the juggernaut. More on Jason Lake coming soon on this channel as well. It was crazy to see Complexity take down both Astralis and Vitality. They make the grand finals. NaVi goes to lower bracket and does the same run. And they beat Complexity, I would say, you know, pretty nicely in the grand finals. Both those teams will be in your spring finals. It's crazy stuff right now in CSGO, which makes you just love it all the more. Astralis is losing, NaVi is finally winning, Complexity come out of nowhere. We can pretend they're North American even though they're a European project now. This is crazy stuff. And keep in mind as well, Astralis and their loss streak like this goes back a few years. NaVi, by the way, they hadn't won a title since April of last year. Then this weekend alone, or over this past week or so, they get second to Mouse at Ice Bet Challenge. I would say still a pretty good showing. And then technically, it'll win the grand finals here at Group B, Blast Pro, to make the finals. It's not a title, but still, you got to think about they have not even made a grand final since April of last year. They make one and then technically win a grand finals in a smaller group here at Blast Pro. NaVi, they could be back on form after one Simple change. It's crazy to see. Now, speaking of Simple as well, I don't know if he thinks he's #1 or not. You know, actually going back and forth in these Blast Pro interviews, who, by the way, are really impressing me with their stage, their setup, their production. You know, Blast has really kind of turned the tide on my thoughts around them. Here is Simple, by the way, calling ZywOo #1 and then calling himself #1. Who's #1? I don't. I don't know. Simple doesn't know. Nobody knows.
That's right. Like you said before, we had the question asked about the whole you being the best player or whatever. That's a big discussion. As you as an individual, do you put a lot of stock in that? Do you take a lot of pride of being the best player in the world?
I mean, I think people give me some extra pressure, you know.
You think it's extra pressure?
Wait a minute. You don't actually think ZywOo's better than you?
No, I don't think so. I mean, individual, no.
Yeah, okay.
100% no.
Yeah, just check
I don't think anyone is better, but he's still with achievements, is the best
he's
one.
a very good player. Sure.
I agree.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, Anders and Moses. I'm here with the real best player in the world right now, and Simple showing it again. It is the team performance this time around, though, Simple. This is the best NaVi I've seen in a long time. How does it feel?
It's only team performance. Yeah, I feel great. I don't think that ZywOo still, he's still #1, you know.
You're humble.
Until next time, hope you guys all enjoy. Trust me, there are more and more storylines coming all this week when it comes time for Counter-Strike. I hope you guys can all tune back in sometime soon. Drink your coffee. I'll be back here shortly.